When I was clearing out the shed the other week, I came across some of the wood left over from when I built my workbench. I need to make a little bookcase, so I think this would be perfect to use it up on. At the moment it's a bit too thick, so the first job is to rip it down. I certainly can't cut through with one pass, so I'm going to raise the blade to just over halfway through and make 2 passes. I didn't do a bad job of splitting them in half, but they're never perfect. So I've got my planer thicknesser and I'm going to get all the boards put through this just to bring them all to exactly the same dimensions. I have all the bits now down to the same thickness, but I want to get them cut to their final lengths. I'm going to go for 80 centimetres high and 70 centimetres wide. So back to the table saw to get them all cut. I've got 2 uprights and 4 shelves. And now I can get these shelves positioned where I want them on the uprights and mark it out. My plan is to cut a groove on each of those marks for the shelves to go into. So I'm swapping my blade out to my 6mm thick flat toothed grooving blade. I'll put a link to this down below because people always ask about it. I'm going to lower the blade until it's about half the thickness of the wood. I'm not a big fan of measuring, so hopefully I can do this without too much. So I'm going to get the mark lined up to my blade, get one of my shelf pieces put against it, and the fence moved across. Now I can make a cut like that, and then instead of having the shelf piece there, I've got a 6mm drill bit that I've had to put some tape round so it's going to fit perfectly in the groove. Then in place of my bit of wood, the drill bit can go in, move the piece over, and then we cut again and we should have a perfect dado. Normally you wouldn't want this piece of wood touching the fence as you make a cross cut, but because we're not going all the way through the wood, it's perfectly safe. Right, let's do this. I got the idea how to cut these from a Stumpy Nubs video. I've never tried it before, but how simple is that? And how lovely and tight are those joints. Okay, they fall out if you slam them down like that. But let's see. Okay, maybe I can't pick it up by them, but yeah, I mean, if it holds in when the glue's on, that's going to be absolutely fantastic. So pleased with that. I could get this all put together now, but it would look a bit square and chunky. So I'm just going to round off the top corners. I've just got a roll of masking tape to draw around, and then we can get that cut off. Rule 1 of owning a bandsaw is you'll always have the wrong blade in for whatever it is you intend to do. But I can't be bothered to change it to make these 2 little cuts, so I'm going to do it and then do a lot of sanding. Time then to get it put together. So you saw these joints are reasonably tight, so just a little bit of PVA wood glue in each one, and then we should be able to get the shelves put in and it all clamped up. I'll leave this now for a few hours for the glue to set before I come back and do any more to it. Now, I could leave it here, just this very simple structure, which I think would be fine if you was just screwing it to the wall, but I want to take it to vintage fairs, so it's probably not that strong at the moment and needs a few extra pieces adding to stop it from racking. Now, normally you would add a back to a bookcase and that would keep it all nice and strong, but I want this to be open backed. I want to add a couple more bits in for support at the top and the bottom. So along the top, I've just got this piece that's going to go in there. So I'm going to get some glue in and just get that clamped into place. I also feel I need to brace the bottom, and for that I'm going to try something different. I've got some blocks of wood that are going to go into place. Now, they don't look as nice, but that's for a reason, because another thing I need to do is I need to clamp it to a table when I take it to vintage fairs. So what I'm thinking is I can get these blocks of wood put into place and then drill some holes for these clamps to go into. I decided it's much more sensible to drill these holes first before gluing the blocks into place. A little bit of glue can go on these blocks and then they should go into place, which then should do two things. really strengthen this bottom corner and give me that clamping option. Just making sure I'm actually putting it on the back, or the hole towards the back, because I don't want anyone to be able to see the clamps, and I think that's what's going to be nice about having the holes in there. It will keep everything hidden. The glue's dried, but I don't like this pine look. I have some of this antique pine wood stain left, so I'm going to get some of this brushed on and leave to dry, and it does a good job of giving it an antique pine look. This is dry, but it's quite a matte finish, and I just want to add a little more. I'm not going to go crazy, I'm just going to use some of this polish. Just going to get this rubbed on, buffed off, and then I think we are done. So that's it all done. So let me show you how it works. This is the front with the curved bits on. Then it's going to go at the back of my table, and my clamps are going to go on underneath to hold it in place. I mean, even with one clamp on, that's really strong, so I'm not worried about that. I won't show you any more here. I'll try and take some pictures of it all set up with the bits on it. So, thank you for watching. Thanks to my patrons, and please subscribe for more videos.